Hey, it's Jerome, North Tech Preparedness. My Texas brother, TJ from NTXMAG, did a video this morning, or he calls it NTXMAG, did a video this morning talking about Christian white conservative, I think was the name of his video. And replying to that video, replying to that video just in a general note, whether you are to the right Republican or to the left Democrat, whether somebody else puts you in a box, doesn't matter what box it would be. If somebody puts you in that box, it is up to you as an individual to whether you want to stay in that box or not. Whether it doesn't matter what race you are, or where you come from, where you live, how much money you make, what you do for a living. It's up to you whether you want to stay in that box or not. And the way I see it, instead of being in a box, be rounded. Instead of staying in that box, be an individual. Be who you are. Yes, I do conform to one of these, and I think as an individual, I go against the grain a little bit, maybe. I'm definitely not a stereotypical person as far as that is concerned. My mom was very disheartened, I guess, would be the best way to describe it, to find out that I was more one than the other, and very surprised, because that's not how I grew up. That's not how I was raised. That's not how I was brought up. That's not how way to describe it. That's not how I was taught to be. But I wanted to be an individual. So I went to what I thought as an individual I should be. And I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with a great college background. I did go to trade school. I got my education, and I did go to college for a little bit, but it just wasn't for me. I wish I had to do it over again, and wish I went further in college than I did, but it just wasn't me. It just wasn't it just wasn't for me at the time. It just wasn't for what I wanted to do at the time. I just wanted to be a kid. I just wanted to live, to know what it would be like, just to, I guess, live life, to be able to travel when I wanted, to not to know what it's like not being broke all the time. And which there was times when I moved out, I was definitely broke, and I remember one time I had some roommates, and we pooled our money together one time to buy food for a couple days, and I think we had like $4 that we pulled together for food for all of us. And we made it happen, and we made it work for a couple days until we can get paid. But it was definitely an experience, and I thought that I actually didn't have it. Way to describe it. I thought I didn't know what broke was. I thought I knew what broke was until then, until we actually had to pool our money together and only had $4 or $5. And that actually happened a couple times. And I didn't grow up with money, as I think I said before. I remember a couple times when electricity had to get turned off, just because my mom couldn't afford to pay the bills. And you know, she did the best I guess she could with what she had to work with. And I get it now, being a parent, being a responsible person. I get it now. I didn't quite understand it then, just being a kid. But I get it now. And I grew up with a split, well, with my parents divorced. And I grew up with my mom, and for a long time, I didn't quite understand why my father did some of the things he did. And I get it now. I remember getting in a couple fights when I was a kid for no other reason but just being black. And it was just, it was just, I don't know. I didn't understand it then. And sometimes I still don't understand the hatred for other people. That other people have towards other races just because of their race. But I guess the point of the video is that you don't want to have other people put you in boxes. You don't want to be stereotyped and remain in that box. One of the things that growing up I didn't have the luxury of was hats. And there's sometimes I wear hats in my videos. I love hats. I love wearing hats. And that Under Armour hat, I can't remember how much it was, like $35, $45. And I love this hat. I love wearing a hat. I wear it to work sometimes, on the way to work anyways. This hat, the Reds hat, I got it at the Reds game last time me and the family went. It still has a price tag on it. $35 right there. It's only been worn once, earlier this spring. And having a hat, this is one of my grass cutting work on house hats. Having a hat that I have is a luxury for me. And I know it may seem little for some people, but I have over a dozen hats now. But when I'm growing up, I don't think I had maybe more than one hat. Not including like winter caps or anything like that, woolies. It's just you grow up. You grow up doing the best you can for your kids. You grow up teaching them the best you can as a person, as a parent. And I try to teach my kids not to be in a box, not to stay in a box, to be a well-rounded individual, a well-rounded person. And it's not easy being a parent. It's not easy being a father. It's not easy being a mother either. It don't matter what race you are nowadays, black, white, or anything else. It doesn't matter what race you are, where you come from. There are people that have millions of dollars that have problems. Their problems definitely aren't the same as everybody else's, but you know, they still have problems, and because of that money, it's not always going to save them from the problems that they have. So I guess it's just a quick video about that, and the video reply to TJ NTXMAG. So thanks for watching.